Let's get start demo first of .NET Maui Blazor hybrid app in .NET 9 release version. So here my application got running for window application, Android application, and web application, right? But here now see, if I serve window application, it looks good, everything is loading fine. Once I click the Android one, also it looks good and it's loading fine, better forecast. But if you observe over here that web applications, it is one error over here, right? So now this is that error. This is just an unhandled exception over here. What is the error? Let me show you quickly. Once I inspect this element on this browser, you will see there's a one error like that, system argument exception, one or more error occurs, cannot read the property and insert before. So this is the new error which is coming in .NET 9 release version in this Blazor hybrid app plus web app template. So that we will fix in this session, and there is a two way we can fix it, so that we will use the two approach over here. So before that, I'm especially recommend if you first time visit my channel, so go to my channel which is .NET Real World Example. You can learn more about that .NET Maui, .NET Blazor hybrid app, that complete app. Over I just built up that complete app in .NET Maui with that Firebase application, Firebase auth and Firebase DB, and also we have just created for this Blazor hybrid app complete app in build the hotel management system and user management system, and others many other stuff over there also is there, like clean architecture and web API, many things as a full stack developer. So you can learn it for more about here. So let me start to create a new application. So before that, I'm just close that all that application, all that running stuff. So close that, also close that Android one, and now start Visual Studio and create a new project and choose over here, search for that Blazor. Once you choose that Blazor, you can check out your template, which is .NET, like .NET Maui Blazor hybrid and web app. So it have .NET Maui application along with the web app. So this is the template. So I will choose this template next, and just make it name is, for example, Maui hybrid .NET 9, or just simple Maui hybrid app, right? And just click next, and you can see over here it is allowed to choose the template. So I will choose that in a framework .NET 9, and along with I will choose that the default checkbox, and also I will just select the server mode, but you can change it over here whatever you want, but I will choose it over here. And before proceeding, I'm especially recommend, if it is not does not appearing in your site, so you can two way, you can just install it like using that SDK on official website, and you can also go to that Visual Studio, and then you can install the .NET 9 release version. And once you're done, now create it. So once your application got created, you are able to see this is our default project will be created for you for this template, like the .NET Maui application, the shared application, and the web application, right? So this is shared application across, this is actually refer for this Maui application along with this web application, because this is a shared component over here, right? And also it will take some time to restore your dependencies all, so it should be take some time, but as of now my one is completed, so I'm just good with that. So first of all, I'll show you what is the issue and then how we can fix it, right? So first I can do one thing, just rebuild this solution so that we can make sure our application is there is no compilation error over there. Now we'll got succeed over here, like this, all the three project got succeed, and now I'm good to go to run this application. So first of all, I will run this application in the Windows machine. So let me run it to Windows machine so that we can make sure how is working that current template. So now my application got running, and if I click that counter page, it is working fine. If I click the weather forecast, it is also working fine, right? So close that, and now change to our web application. So once you run this web application, I'm expecting that error would be happen over here in this below, right? So now see this error over there. Also, if you just right click on that and inspect this element, go to that console app, you will see this is something circuit will be terminate and some issue, but it is not detailings over here. So for the detailings, actually it is saying I have to just add this setting in the details error is a true, so that you can get the details. So let me show you how we can get the more details. And if you want to show me the details in the browser as well, so I can set these details in our app setting, or otherwise we have also console console output over here that also show me that the details actually what happened. So it is saying cannot read the property null insert before, right? So this is that default exception which is happening in .NET 9 release version. So what I will do, so first actually let me add that option over here so that I can get that error. So let me add this. Okay, so details error is true, that means whatever details I need to get, I will get in this browser itself. So let me right click on that or inspect that. Now see, I am getting that exact details what are the issue over here, right? So this is another setting which is provided .NET 9 that is looks good. And now point to here, need to fix this, how we can fix it, right? So that is the agenda in this session. So in this case there is a two way actually we can fix this. So close that and go to that, because see, if you observe, I am getting only error for that web application, not in our Android application or the window application, because that is looks good, right? So for the fix which I need to do over here, the web application, so what I can do, go to that components, and if you see there's a app.razor. So if you go to the app.razor, here the head outlet actually it is showing over here and the at the last in this head section, right? So this is that issue actually, that's why it is complaining. So for workaround, what I can do, I can just before after the head layout, I can keep it anything, like any of the things we whatever we have, so we can keep it after this head layout and save it and run it. Now see, still error is there, or it looks good. Now see, there is no error. Even if I just inspect that, I'm not seeing any error in the console. If I click that counter, I'm easily, this counter button also is working, and once I click the weather forecast also it's loading perfectly, right? So that means this is the one fixes. The another one is, suppose if I want to revert back these changes and save it and just reload, and once I reload, now see, I'm getting that error again, right? And once I click anything, it is working, but it should not working, because yeah, now see, now it is not working, right? Because that is now reload completely, so it is not working. So what is that another fixes is, let me stop that. If I don't want to change any direction on this style and all, so what other workaround is, I can create another component, is a fake component. For example, let me create another razor component that is called something test, or any things which you want. So I can keep it as a test, add this component, leave this guy, just remove this guy, and just blank component, save it, go back to again in your app.razor page, and after that you just call that component. So let me call this component and save it. Now run this application. So once you run this application, now see, I'm not getting any error. If I inspect this page, so there is no error. If I just click, counter is working, weather forecast also is working. That means there's a two fixes. One is either you can just after that you can place any settings or any reference, that is also working fine, or you can just create a fake component and you can refer this after this head layout. So this is that workaround. But yeah, definitely Microsoft actually working on it to try to fix this .NET 9 packages, or they will release the new patch for this. And let me show you all that other things also is working fine or not. So let me run this application for all that platform. So first of all, I will run this one is this guy web application, and then I will run it to Windows. So choose this window application, also it is window application, and let me run it to our Android application. So choose this run Android's emulator and run this guy. Now finally it's deployed in Android application, and let me run together for all these three platform. So this is my Android, and this is my desktop application, and this is my, let me rebuild or reload this application. Might be web application got closed, so let me close it and run it again for web application. So go to that web application, run this again. Yeah, so it is running, and now this three application got running together. So this is my Windows, this is web, and this is Android. And let me check together, all that application should work as expected, right? So first I will check that Android, so it's working fine. Is also weather forecast component is loading perfectly. Let me check the Android one, desktop one, also it is working fine. Load, it is also fine, right? And now check this and web application, so it looks good, even also loading fine. If I inspect as well, so there is no error. So that's all for this session, and have a nice day, and don't forget to like, subscribe and share.